Alright guys, I want to welcome you to tonight's edition of Learn to Crochet. As I said in the post earlier, what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be working on this baby diamonds blanket. I did post a link to it earlier this week, I believe, so that way you could actually go to it and print it off. So not only will I be showing you the steps on how to crochet the blanket, but I'm also going to be showing you how to read the pattern so that way you can understand better. So first, what we want to do with the pattern is that if you have it in front of you, over here on the side, most patterns will tell you, obviously what you will need. So it gives you the different colors of yarn that you can use. Of course, you never have to use those same colors. You can always use different colors if you would like to. In this instance, it says 3 of off-white or A, mist green B, and nickel C. What this actually does, the A, B, and C, those are the 3 different colors that you'll use. So over in the pattern, it'll say with A. So if you don't use the same colors that the pattern called for, you just want to have your yarn set up in the way that you know which one's A, B, and C. For example, over here, I have my yarn set up. I've got the purple, the white, and the pink. So the purple is going to be my A, the white is going to be my B, and then the pink is going to be my C. So I already have it set up and I know which ones are A, B, and C. So then we'll go down and it says crochet hook size 4mm or a G. Now this also says that it's regular yarn. In this instance, I'm going to be using baby yarn. So what I did is I actually went a half size bigger on the hook, and instead of doing a 4, I'm doing a 4.5. Just so this way it makes, since baby yarn is thinner than regular yarn, using a bigger hook will actually make, if I used a 4mm hook, like the pattern said, with the baby yarn, the squares that we come up with to put the blanket together will actually be extremely small. So I went up half a size since the yarn is thinner than regular, so that way hopefully they should even out. And then so going back to the pattern, up here at the top it just tells you the measurements of the blanket, and then sometimes it'll give you special stitches. So these may be included in the pattern and they may not be normal stitches that you would do. So what they do is they put them here and it actually gives you instructions on how to do each of these stitches that are in the pattern. And of course you always have some notes in the pattern, just a little FYIs to try to help you out as you're going along with the pattern. And then you actually will start getting into the pattern. So it actually looks like we're going to be doing the blanket. We're going to make squares, 9 of them. So we're going to go on ahead and get started with the blanket. So we're going to grab our color A yarn, which is in this case is my purple, and we're going to attach it to the hook with a slip stitch, again like I've shown in previous videos. You're going to wrap it around your index finger twice and hold it. You're going to pull the back loop forward so the back loop's over. Then now the back loop is off your finger and you've created the slip knot. So what the pattern says, the first thing to do is with your color A, which in my case is purple, we're going to chain 6. So we're just going to yarn over and pull through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now row 1. It actually divvies it up by row so that you know what to do for each row. So row 1, we're going to double crochet in the 4th chain from hook and in next 2 chains. So we're going to go back to here. We have 6 chains on the hook. So 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This 4th one here, which I guess is technically in the middle, and then you have this one and then the last 2. Just going to double crochet, so we're going to yarn over. We're going to go into that 4th chain from the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through, so that gives us the 3 loops on the hook. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through the 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the next 2. So we've done that one, and then it says in the next 2 chains. So we're again We're going to go on the next one and do a double crochet. And then we're going to go in the last chain and do a double crochet. Okay, and then it's going to say turn one block. This counts as one block. So we're going to turn our work. So as you can see, the little curved edge here is facing towards my right. We're just going to turn it so it's facing towards my left. And then row 2, it's an increase block. So then we're going to go up here to the special stitches, increase block, which is a chain 6, double crochet in 4th chain from hook. 3 skipped chains count as first chain 3 space. So we're going to chain 6, double crochet in 4th chain from hook, and in the next 2 chains. So then again, we're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, double crochet in 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then we're going to do our double crochet. And then we're going to do a double crochet in the next 2 stitches as well, just like we did the last one. So I'm going to go on the next one and do the double crochet. And then we're going to go into the last one and do the double crochet. Okay, then we're going to go back to row 2. We're going to do a block in the next chain 3 space, which is the beginning chain 3 space of previous row. So what that means is this space right here where we did the chain 6 and then double crochet in 4th chain from the hook, there should be a little hole right there. That is actually going to be our first chain 3 space. So it's saying to do a block in the chain 3 space. So again, we're going to go back up here to our special stitches. Block is a slip stitch, chain 3, and 3 double crochet in indicated chain 3 space. So we already know where that chain 3 space is. It's going to be right here. So it says the first thing to do is a slip stitch. And then what the parentheses actually means in these patterns here is that you'll do whatever's in the parentheses. Normally it'll say in indicated stitch in the same stitch. Sometimes it will have, say, there's not one on here, but it may have like an asterisk before the parentheses. So it'll say asterisk, slip stitch, chain 3, 3 double crochet in same stitch, and then there'll be some more like single crochets, yada yada yada, asterisk. What that means is you are going to repeat those steps that are in the asterisk however many times the pattern tells you to. So if it's asterisk, all of this, 3 double crochets, 2 single crochets, asterisk, 4 times. That means you are going to do whatever is in those asterisks 4 times. But here, there's no asterisk, so we're not going to repeat. We're just going to do the slip stitch, chain 3, and 3 double crochet in the chain 3 space that it's telling us to do down here in row 2. So, chain 3 space over here, we've already indicated that. Slip stitch. You're just going to take your hook, go in that space, and grab the yarn, and then pull through completely. That ties this block that you just did to the one that we did previously. Now it says to chain 3, so 1, 2, 3. 3 double crochet. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm not going to complete the 3rd double crochet, because if you go back down here to round 2, it says chain 2C, which is color C. So how you're going to chain is, again, I did the double crochets, but I didn't completely finish it. So now what you're going to do is you're going to grab your new color, which in my case is this pink color. I'm just going to loop it over my finger like so, put it on the hook, and then finish that stitch off with the new color. Okay, now we're going to go to row 3, which is again an increase block, which from over here it's chain 6, double crochet, and 4th chain from hook and in next 2 chains. So again, we're going to start off by turning our work, which I forgot to do. So again, turn it. We're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what I'm actually going to do is we're actually finished with this purple yarn for now. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my scissors and cut that yarn off there. And actually what we're going to do now is we're going to take this end from the purple that we just caught and this end from the pink that we just began. Put them together and we're going to hold them, because then we're going to end up working over them, so that way they're going to have stitches on top of them holding them to the actual work so they won't go anywhere. So now we've done our chain 6. So again, we're going to double crochet in the 4th chain from hook. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go in, I'm going to do a double crochet, and we're going to do double crochet in the next 2. So this can get a little finicky trying to find those stitches while keeping your work in your hands, but it'll, once you get the hang of it and get going, it'll work out. Okay, there we go. So now going back to row 3, we're going to do a block in the chain 3 space of each block across. So we have 1 block, we have 2 blocks. So again, like I said, that chain 3 space, there's going to be a little hole here. So again, if you'll remember from our special stitches, the block, we're going to do a slip stitch, chain 3, and 3 double crochets in that chain 3 space. So now we're just going to grab our little tails and hold them on top of our work. We're going to slip stitch again into that little chain 3 space. So we're going to go in, grab our yarn, and pull it through to tie the block we just did to what we've already done. Then we're going to chain 3 after I get all of this. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do 3 double crochets in that same chain 3 space. So 1, 2, 3. And it said to do that for each block across. So we're going to go into the next one with that little space there. Slip stitch, just pull it completely through. And then chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. Now as you can see, those little tails that we were holding are gone. They're actually, you won't be able to see them because they're actually underneath these stitches. So these stitches are holding them together so nothing will unravel and they can't come out. So if we go back to row 3, it actually says to change to color B and turn. So we've already completed that last double crochet. What we're going to do is we're just going to bloop, take it apart, put our hook back in, and grab our color B, which is the white color that I have, if I can find the end. So again, just like before, we're just going to loop the white yarn over our finger like so, put it on our hook, and then pull it through those last 2 stitches. So now that we're done with the color B or the pink, we're just going to take our scissors and snip it off and get it out of our way for right now. Okay, so again, I'm going to just put the 2 ends together. Sometimes if you want to try to keep them together better, you can just twist them around and actually keep them locked together so you're not trying to fight with them. So now that we've done row 3, we're going to go down here. And it says rows 4 through 15, Repeat row 3 and change color as in the following color sequence. We're going to do 3 rows with color B, 1 row with color C, 3 rows with color A, 1 with color C, 3 with color B, 1 with color C. I know that's a lot of information right then, but we're gonna work on it. So rows 4 through 15, we're gonna repeat rows 3. So I'm gonna go back up here to 3. We've already got color B on our hook, so it says to do 3 rows with color B. So we're gonna go back up here with our color B and do row 3 3 more times. So the increase. I'm going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do a double crochet in 4th chain from hook and the other 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go in, do our double crochet. We're going to go in to the next one and do a double crochet, or we're going to slip it off the hook, and that is fine. Just pick back up and continue where you left off. So we're going to do that other double crochet, and then we're going to go in the last one. Alright, and then going back to row 3, we've done the increase block, and next we're going to do a block in each chain 3 space across. So we're going to again go in the next one, slip stitch. Actually, we're going to grab our little tails so we can go in the next one. Sometimes you'll have to pull the tails over and across and tighten them just to try to get them to lay flat so you can get them worked in. There we go. There's our slip stitch, and then we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Again, in the next one, we're going to do the slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. And in this last one, we'll go in, do the slip stitch, chain 3, 2, 3, and then 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. So it says to do 3 rows with B. We've done the 1. Now I'm going to stop here. What I want you all to do is to finish out the rest of this. So you're going to do 2 more rows with this B, change to color C, do 1. Then we're going to do 3 rows with A, 1 with C, 3 with B, and 1 with C. When you get finished, you should have 15 blocks. And the way you know how many blocks you have, simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you get finished going through all of your colors, you should have a total of 15 of these blocks. Next week, what we're going to do is we're going to come in and I'm going to show you, we're going to pick up where we left off. So you're going to do the 15 blocks, and then when we come back, I'm going to show you, we're going to start at row 16 and then do the rest and show you how to start decreasing. So what we're doing here is we're just continuing to increase because you're adding 1 on each end, 1 at the beginning every time when you do the chain 6. So next week we're going to start row 16, which is decreasing, and what you're essentially doing is you're growing it out this way. Then when we hit row 16, we're growing it in, and it will eventually end up making a square. And that's what we want, because we want 9 squares. So finish off the rows. We just did row 4, you need to finish off 5 through 15, and then when we come back next time, we'll start with 16, and then go from there. As always, if there are any questions, you can always let me know, and I'll be more than happy to try to help the best that I can. So I want you all to go on ahead, finish off this rows 4 through 15 with these color combinations, and then we come back next time. We're going to pick up where we left off. So I want you all to go ahead and do that. Have a great night. And again, if there's any questions, feel free to let me know. And happy